What's up, everybody? It's BradThomas here with GoldBoys.com, and we're going to talk some Thursday night football. Before we get there, I want to let you know that you can find these odds on FanDuel Sportsbook. And if you have any questions about how do I get into the Discord, how do I take advantage of any of the promotions or anything, just look in the description. There's going to be some links. Go follow those, or you can go to GoldBoys Support on X. Anyways, let's talk about this. Rams at 49ers. Wow, what a game. Who would have thought that at this point in the season, we'd have two teams that are battling, struggling to get in the playoffs? These were legitimate contenders preseason, right? Right now, the 49ers are 2.5-point favorite. Money line at -150. Total set at 49.5. Some shops have it 49. Opened at 46.5. So let's talk about the spread. Let's talk about the total first. I initially leaned over, but since it opened at 46.5, I can't wholeheartedly say, guys, let's go out there and let's hammer the over. However, the last time these two teams played back in September, the total did go over. Both teams are 7-6 to the over as well. So I think we're going to see some points in this game. I'm going to take some overs, but there's a lot of question marks in this game, right? So before I get to the overs, let me just tell you about the side. I think the 49ers win. -150, something I just can't quite get down with. Plus the injuries, right? Nick Bosa did not practice Monday, did not practice on Tuesday. Hip, oblique injury. We don't know if he's going to be in. Isaac Guerendo did not practice Monday, did not practice Tuesday. He sprained his foot. Trent Williams, ankle injury, did not practice Monday, nor did he practice Tuesday. Right? So all of those will be big misses, but the Nick Bosa and Trent Williams, that neither of those played the previous 3 games. So you can do the math on who you think. Brock Purdy officially off the injury report. Shanahan said good to go. Dre Greenlaw might be back, limited in practice, but Shanahan said good chance he goes. All right, all those injuries just make me kind of weary of taking the 49ers, although I think they're going to win. I think they're going to get pressure. This is the healthiest that the Rams offensive line has been this season. So, that's solid, but they're coming off this massive, massive win against the Bills. Doesn't this just smell like a letdown spot? Like, I smell letdown spot from the Rams here. I do like some player props, though. Some player props caught my eye. And there are a few that we have to at least put a little bit of money on. The first one is going to be a half unit bet. It's going to be on Kyren Williams over 69.5 rushing yards. You can find that on multiple books. It's -115, half a unit. Right? If we look at Kyren Williams, he ran the ball 29 times against the Bills, 87 yards. But in the games where he's only getting 15-ish carries, still hitting that 86 against the Patriots, 72 against the Eagles, and 104 against the New Orleans Saints. If Greenlaw doesn't play, that helps us out in the running aspect as well. If you want to go with PFF grades, 49ers not a good PFF grade, about the 54th percentile in run defense. And then we just want to talk about the games they've had this season. They've had 60 or worse run defense in every game except against the Bears, in a game where the Bears couldn't get anything going because they were just out of it emotionally and physically, against the Cowboys, who've struggled to run earlier in the season, against the Patriots, another team who struggled to run early, and then early in the season against the Jets when they were still trying to figure out the Braylon Allen and his name's eluding me right now, Braylon Allen and Breece Hall marriage early in the season there. I like Kyren Williams to go over this number. A number that we have to talk about, a guy we have to talk about, he's stepped up massive, and that's going to be George Kittle. I'm taking his over, and I think if you have to be bet on George Kittle, I just want to make sure I give you the guys the right number. Pull this up here for you. George Kittle, over 56.5 receiving yards. Gone over in this game in 9 appearances this season. 1, he got hurt. So make that almost every game this season that they've played. George Kittle has been the offense, the cog that moves the wheel, as we could so see. 6 for 6 targets, 151 yards. 6 for 6 targets for, 82 yards. He's just going off in these situations. They're also not targeting Debo. While I think they make a conscious effort to give Debo a few more targets, he's just not open, right? Like, you can't just chuck the ball into tight windows on a guy who's not open. So I just can't really expect that Debo has this monster game. So I'm going back to George Kittle. Oh, yeah. They're also playing against a Rams team who's allowing almost 75 yards to opposing tight ends this season. George Kittle is going to continue to be the man in this game. Well, let's talk a little bit about touchdowns, right? Everyone wants to talk about touchdowns. It's still a little too early for me to create my touchdown player prop or player props, whatever it is. But there are two players that I think you should consider getting into the end zone. Kyron Williams, right? Dude scores every single game, right? Also, the 49ers allow the second most touchdowns to running backs, rushing touchdowns to running backs, mind you. And Kyron Williams can catch that out of the backfield as well. Juwan Jennings, wow, dude's been phenomenal. The third most touchdowns allowed are the Rams to wide receivers this season. Juwan Jennings is a really good candidate. Ricky Pearsall might be another sneaky guy. Anyways, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and rate us. Also, on your way out, ring the bell because that will notify you when we go live or we drop new videos. I'm Brad Thomas. You can find me on X at Mr. Brad Thomas. Best of luck. I hope you enjoy the game. Take care.